Hi guys, welcome to the fall garden tour. We're going to be going over the different type of plants that I have, how well they're doing. In this smaller space, we've managed to grow quite a lot. It's been a pretty good first year of gardening. Definitely happy about it. Starting with the main beds here, we have a lot of different types of peppers. We've got lots of these, which I believe are chili peppers. And we've got a little cherry hop plant here, a couple of them that have been doing really well in our area. And then this is all the salad that's been uprooted. You can see I kind of took it all out. We didn't really eat that much salad, so next year I will know. But then here we have our tomato plants. We have 2 tomato plants, which we didn't do cages for these guys. So the tomatoes are kind of just growing on the bottom here, which isn't really great because the bugs can get to them and eat them, so I might have to prop them up a bit. And then here we have some really nice basil, and I actually just cut this down to dry a lot of it before it gets too cold. But then we have another tomato plant over here, and these are doing really well. And some of these basil leaves, as you can see, are huge. They're really big, and the basil's been doing really well, which is surprising because over here is some of the basil that I replanted in this bed after trying to grow it in pots, and it just did not do as well. The leaves were just kind of pointy and not really fluffy as the other basil is. This is starting to make a comeback over here, but it just did not grow as well in the pots. Now over here in this area, we have some random bell peppers that decided to grow in this area. In these 2 rows, we planted mostly cherry hots. So you can see there's a lot of the green bulbs, the red bulbs, and then some more random bell peppers that just kind of got in there. But the color when they change is also pretty cool. I can get to it. And they get kind of striped. Then here we have a Brussels sprout plant, which you can see has the exact same kind of leaves as the broccoli. We do have a couple beets down here, but they didn't do as well as I was hoping. They are pretty small. You can see the tops of them come out. I should probably cover them with soil, but yeah. And then the broccolis did really well. We've gotten so many heads out of them. You can see I let some go to seed. But then on the other side, there are some broccoli heads starting to come in, which is crazy to me because it's September now. But yeah, we really like eating the leaves. It's similar to spinach. I originally planted spinach in these 2 rows and pretty much nothing came up. I do have some Swiss chard, which I cut a lot out of to bring home because my family really loves Swiss chard too. And then a calendula plant because I really wanted to use this for skin health. You can see there's the calendula flowers. So over here we have more of our bell peppers. And they're doing really well. We've had a lot of bell pepper harvest over the summer. You can see they're turning to this orange color. And then over here in this bed, we have a lot more peppers. Starting on this side, we have a squash plant. I originally did one squash and one zucchini back here, and the zucchini is making a comeback. For some reason, the original zucchini plant, it was huge, it was enormous. We had one big zucchini. I cut it off, and then the plant pretty much died, and I tried to revive it by covering the stem in soil. I didn't know what to do. I don't know if it was a worm or something that got inside, but it was right after I cut the zucchini off, the plant pretty much died. But now it's making a comeback, and I tried to bring 2 more zucchini plants from out front back here because they weren't doing well out there, but it was kind of a fail. And then these eggplants, I know that there's little mites. I looked up the name of this bug. I can't remember what it is, but it's been eating little holes in the eggplants. But I've got some more eggplants starting to come in, and I've got 2 different types, the regular one and then this skinny longer one. Hello. So, and then over on this side, we've got some banana peppers, some more of these, I think they're called long hots. So some more of the long hots, and then some more banana peppers, which I'm really happy about because they're my favorite. And then some more peppers down here. These tiny little chilies, which are gonna be way too spicy for me to eat. Some more bell peppers, and some more cherry hots over there. Hi, Happy. Oh, big yawn. And then over here we have our main tomato plants, which are doing really well. I caged these. I think next year I'll try to prune them a bit more, just because the stalks started to go haywire. Over here, these are what remains of the beans. There's some just kind of turning yellow now. We did get a really good harvest out of them. At first, I didn't know what was happening when they were just making vines, and there was just a couple on the bottom that were shorter in producing beans. I was worried that these would never, but it was definitely later in the season that they started to flower, and there were so many beans. And over here, I just planted some mint that was dying inside, and some parsley too, but it was pretty much at the end of its life. And we have some marigolds here too, and a little strawberry plant that was eaten in the beginning completely by chipmunks or rabbits or something. And then over here is the last of our tomato plants for these buckets. They did really well, but now they're just starting to die out. And same thing over here. The last of the smaller tomatoes. And then over here we have cantaloupe and watermelon and some more of those long hot peppers on the edge there too. So our watermelon did, I'll know for next year not to let it grow on the vine too much, because there was one watermelon previously and it kind of snapped off and it stayed pretty small. So next year I'll keep them more so on the ground. But the cantaloupes I removed from the vines and just put it along the garden, and they've been doing really well. So you can see here, actually harvested my first one the other day, but this is doing great. And then I think we have, there might be some more under here. Oh, and here. And it's just kind of growing out. And then, and then we have one hanging up there too. And yeah, it's just doing pretty well. All right, guys, so I hope you liked this garden update. stay tuned for more gardening videos. What you doing?